Hello everyone. Today we're going to deal with the last part of the chapter 4.1 History of Novels. Now let us talk about the different types of novels. Okay, the first novel is a realistic novel. Now what is a realistic novel? The realistic novel is a fiction that gives the effect of realism. It's a fiction. Fiction meaning something which is not real, but it has all the aspects of realism. Realism meaning which deals with reality. Okay, so it is also known by the name of novel of manners. Now it will have certain complex characters dealing with complex problems, mixed motives, okay, and dealing with a particular social class. Social class could be upper, middle, lower. Okay, so they will stick to that particular class with their particular problems and their everyday experiences. So the novel will only focus in and around that. Next novel is the picaresque novel. Okay, now the word picaresque is derived from the Spanish word meaning picaro. Okay, the word picaro, which means rogue. Rogue is a person who behaves differently, very much different from a common man. So, a picaresque novel narrates the adventures of the protagonist. Protagonist is the central character. The central character will behave in a very strange manner, in a very eccentric way, and he could be a very disreputable person. He could be very bad, dishonest. And the other feature of a picaresque novel, it is written in episodic form. So it would not be in the form of chapters obviously, but it will be like episode 1, 2, 3 and so on. Moving on, next is the historical novel. So the word historical, it itself suggests that it deals with a certain period or an era, okay, in a particular setting. So if it taking example of Shivaji Maharaj, then it would be the life story during the era of Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so then moving on, the epistolary novel. Now the word epistolary derives from the Latin word epistola. Epistola meaning letters. Okay, so the novel is actually a collection of all the letters taken together, and it is compiled into a novel. So in that the writer presents the narrative through a series of correspondence. So letters is obviously a way of communication, correspondence, or other documents, whichever valid documents or whatever the writer has written in that, it will be absolutely in the original form, the letter, as it is. It could be the diary entries, and this is the especially the letters are taken into the epistolary novel. Then we have the Gothic novel. The Gothic novel deals with terror, mystery, horror, thriller, supernatural, doom, death, decay, haunted buildings. Okay, so all these aspects dealt with Gothic novels. Autobiographical novel. Then this is based on the autobiography. It is written by the author himself. So it could be that the writer can give his own name, or he could change the place name, or if he doesn't wish to reveal himself, so he could write under some other name, change the name of the characters if he wishes to. So that's an autobiographical novel. And it may or may not be in the first person. It may not be always I. Okay, it can be he, she, they, always not in the first narration. Next is the allegorical novel. Allegory is actually a figurative device which we use in the English language. So an allegory is actually a story that bears more than one level of meaning. It doesn't have one meaning. You have to go in depth, read and understand and interpret various meanings. It could have various meanings. So it is different from the symbolic meaning. Symbolic meaning meaning something which stands for itself. This stands for love, this stands for the nation. There is not one meaning. It could have several meanings related to it. It could be, if you're taking love aspect, it could be combined with political, religious, historical and philosophical aspects. So it is not at one level, it is at various, the novel is to be understood at different levels. That's why it's called as an allegorical novel. Next is the utopian or the dystopian novel. The word utopian meaning something which is ideal. Ideal meaning which is close to perfection. So nothing exists in ideal. You don't have an ideal place, you don't have an ideal teacher or a there is nothing ideal, perfect. It only exists in our mind. We have certain ideas about being ideal. We can be close to it, but never 100%. Okay, so it's a common literary theme in science fiction or speculative. Speculative, something to do with guesswork. Then is the psychological novel that deals, this kind of novel or this kind of works of fiction deals with the internal life of the protagonist. Internal life, what is going on in his mind, the tension, the struggle, what is there inside of the mind is dealt intricately, very delicately by the author, or not only just the protagonist but with the other characters. So it analyzes the mind. Okay, so that's the psychological novel. Then the stream of consciousness novel, as I already told, Virginia Woolf was a novel based on the technique of the stream of consciousness. So stream of consciousness, the person who invented this word stream of consciousness was William James, and he has brought it in his book, in his treatise Principles of Psychology. And it only means it's a flow of thoughts. Incidents in the plot are in sequence of the occurrence. So as and when the incidents keep on coming, the thoughts keep on coming. It's a flow of thoughts and ideas which is presented in the novel. Then is the Bildungsroman novel. Bildungsroman meaning it's a German word which indicates growth. So it deals with the fictional biography or autobiography. Biography meaning which is written, the life of a person which is written by somebody else. Okay, and autobiography is a work which is written by oneself. Okay, so it is concerned with the growth of the protagonist's mind, growth. How he has changed, the growth or the transformation can be seen in the character's mind, spirit, from his childhood to the adulthood, the changes that took place. Okay, then in the first half of the 20th century, a cult of pulp magazines, that the paper which is printed from the wood pulp, it was of a very cheap quality, and that is from where you got this word as pulp magazine. Okay, so it existed from 1896 to 1950. This kind of magazine was generally enjoyed by the masses, okay, which had this cheap pulp paper. So that's how the pulp fiction era came into existence. Okay, then you have the science fiction. Science fiction is a genre of speculative fiction, so it involves a lot of guessing. Okay, imaginative concepts like futuristic settings. So science fiction always deals with advanced technology, future, space, okay, travel, time, universe, extraterrestrial, all these aspects are dealt with science fiction. And one of the popular books written in 1823 was Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So that's a science fiction, the first novel based on science and technology. Then there is detective fiction, which is a subgenre of, so it's a part of crime fiction and mystery fiction, in which the investigator tries to solve the case or a mystery, either by the professional, in a very professional way, or in the amateur meaning somebody who is not very professional, who is not good at his skill, who doesn't have experience. Okay, so we have come across so many types of novels. Okay, so this here we come to an end of the history of novel. I hope you have followed this chapter. Thank you.